It's time for another Dice Tower review with the Chief, Bart Brunsheen.
Hi, this is the Chief from the Dice Tower, and we're going to be talking about a Game Crafter game. And let me explain, Game Crafter games work with designers, and they will come out and produce the components for a game and help them market it a little bit. You can go to the Game Crafter website and see the different games they do. So it's a very nice resource. This game that we're going to be talking about today is called Monster Kids. Monster Kids it can be either a cooperative game or it can be a kind of in-your-face going at each other game, as well as going at the little monsters that you come in. And it's kind of like Top Dog wins when you do it. When you fight each other. When I get into a closer look, I'll explain the cards and I'll do both. Again, from the Game Crafter system, it's a light game, it's card based. I found it fun. It's got a younger kind of kid element. The artwork is, I don't want to say juvenile, but it's a little bit more of a kid feel to it for me, which is fine. It comes with a dice, an attack dice for the monsters, and a 12-sided die, and a 10-sided die for the heroes. So, and then you get some chips, again, the same kind of red, clear chips that usually come with Game Crafters that show the damage that you've taken. And you've got these little hero cards that you can either select randomly, or you can choose if everyone agrees and just pick your favorite character.
All right, this is a little closer look, and I'm showing you exactly what you get if you buy this game. It comes in a nice little box. Simply everything gets held in here. The cards come in the bag, so they're bagged up. Very nice. Usually I'm bagging my own stuff. The chips and the dice come in this bag, and there's your nice little package. We'll center these up here. All right, these are your hero cards. First of all, I love the fact that the back has this little deal going. They're very easy to find if they get shuffled in there. And I found the artwork actually really pleasing. So you have dark portals and light portals. So obviously, you know, this is showing the danger of falling down the dark portal when you're out fighting these monsters. To give you a look at the heart of this game, you'll see the artwork. A little bit childish, but I find actually this is one of my favorite cards. You got Whisper here, who I'm going to explain. Her power type is Shadow. The characters have different power types that then affect the kind of boss monsters that they're fighting. So Shadow, she's chucking a couple of jacks or whatever. They're jacks. So she's chucking some jacks. She resists wind, and that means that if she's rolling the die against something that's using wind, she's going to get a +3 to her die. She is weak against fire. Same thing goes. If it's a character or a monster that's using fire, she's going to have a -3 to her card. Now, some of the monsters also get bonuses, much like the hero characters do. So it is possible to actually have a monster that is strong against her power type, which is Shadow, and have her be weak against something and actually have a -6 or even a +6 to a die roll. So that's possible. The monsters will always be rolling the 12-sided die, and the heroes are always rolling the 8-sided die. So they're at a slight disadvantage right out of the chute. Just looking at some of the different characters, you have Gale, power type Wind. You have Blaze, obviously power type Fire. You can see there's some nice little artwork that kind of comes along here. So kind of reminds me of, I don't know, like a Mario Brothers look to it or something. So, but you can see the artwork's kind of nice, as long as you don't mind the cartoonish kind, which I don't, works well with my son. So there are the hero cards. Just to give you an idea of some of the cards, on your turn you can always draw a card. So this is a +3, it's going to add a +3 year bonus. You keep this in your hand. You can choose to add it in at any time, and it'll modify your dice roll before you roll a dice, of course. There's another one. Let's take a look at some of these. You have zombies. The zombies have no power type, just a horde of zombies. You have a light portal. Light portals are very nice. They'll actually help you get out of limbo. They can avoid a dark portal limbo. If you lose 3 fights against the monsters, each time you lose a fight, you take a red token. If you get 3 red tokens, you actually flip your card over to this side here. You'll still draw a card on your turn, but the only way you can get out of limbo is to get a card that will, like a light portal, that'll bring you back. So you can see there's just -3 modifiers. These will end up attaching to a hero, attaching to a bad guy. And you can see some of the bad guys here, if I can find one. Here you have like a genie. His power type is wind. He resists earth, which he'll get a +3, and he's weak versus shadow, and he'll get a -3. Artwork's a little dark, I'm sure, on purpose for the hero guys. Here you have a spider witch. Power type is shadow, so you can kind of get a feel for how this goes. On your turn, you simply draw a card in. If it's something that's nice for you, you simply add it to your deck or to your hand, and the turn is over. If you'd had a bad person, like here's a Night Stalker, they do not have a power type, but the Night Stalker will always add 3 to its attack roll, so it's going to be tough right off the bat. So let's just say I already had, let me get these in here proper, sorry about that. Let's say I had this +3 in my hand. I'm going to use that now, so I'm going to add that into my attack in order to offset this power. Another player rolls the Night Stalker's deal, got a 10. I basically nullified because I'm going to have a +3 and he's going to get a +3. And then I would have a 5. So I would have lost that fight, and I would take an injury token on there. And then it's someone else's turn. So it simply rolls around on that. On the 2 different versions, on the cooperative version, you have to exhaust this deck, and having killed all the monsters, everybody at the table wins. On the versus, where you're actually fighting each other, a player can choose to attack another player, or if they attack or get attacked by a monster and they kill the monster, they take the monster over to their side, and it's as if it's a victory point for them. And then when the game's over, whoever's got the most wins and victory points wins the game. So to be quite honest, I totally forget what victory points you get for fighting another character. I think you might just put them into limbo, if I remember right, and it kind of keeps them from scoring kills as you go around. So I've only done the cooperative play when we did this.
In review with Monster Kids, a light, fun, fast game. I don't know, it's not really a filler. You've got to like this type of game where you're rolling dice and adding in stuff to help with your fighting, prowess or whatever. If you're looking for a light, quick game that can either be done cooperatively or at each other, I prefer going at each other. But a good way to learn, when I teach my son this game, he loves to roll dice, so I can play this with him, and he's young. I got to help him out a little bit, but I'm sheltering him along, and we get to spend time together. I'll play this, and I like it. So just don't look for a lot of depth here. There's not any of that. It's more of a turn the card. If you can modify a power, or modify your dice, you can beat the guy or take a hit. So that's it. I like it. See ya.
Thanks for watching our review today. For more information about board games, as well as the #1 board game audio podcast, check out Dicetower.com for reviews, interviews, and more. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower.
Yeah?